flew down this morning as if he's saying something to me. Sitting on the limb of a tree, giving me a sound of sweet melody.
Reggae to reggae.com.
Nutritious food, succulent dishes, superior workmanship, and excellent service. Jamaica is on the go. Let's grow what we eat and eat what we grow. Let's harness the indomitable spirit of our most valued resource, our people. Let's support our local businesses. After all, buying Jamaican means building Jamaica.
Original. Oh my. They will come to pass. With all this injustice, this world could never last. Oh, somehow I know things have got to change.
Hi, welcome to Celebrate Life on reggae to reggae.com. And today we are still into the King's proposal, and we are looking at that aspect that tells us that we have access now to the tree of life. That's the title of our program today. And we are going to be considering this little aspect of the King's proposal. It says, you will eat from the tree of life that is there. Can you trust the promises that I have made to you? I am not a man that I should lie. Can you? Will you? I will watch over my word to perform it on your behalf. So let's listen to the King's proposal, and then we will look at how we are going to access all of what is promised. So come back.
Long before I laid the foundations of the earth, before I stretched out the canopy of heaven, I was thinking of you, and I chose you to be the object of my love. Before you ever knew me, I knew you and I loved you from the first moment of your life. My love for you has existed before time itself, and it will continue when time is no more. You are worth so much to me. In all the universe which I created, you are my most treasured possession. There is none like you. I left my throne in heaven just to have you. Though I was king, I was not willing to remain as king if that meant not having you by my side. Oh, my beloved, I gave up everything to have you. I cast aside my crown and removed my robe of royalty. I became nothing more than a servant among men. Because you could not come to me, I came to you. I left heaven behind and came to earth just so I could be near you. Though I was rich, I became poor. Though I was strong, I became weak like mortal man. And I did this for you. The cost I paid was great, but I have no regrets. You are worth everything I gave. You are my darling. You are my pearl of great price. One glance from you, and I am ravished by the power of love. Don't think I came to redeem you because I pity you. No. I have done what I have done because I so greatly desire you. I did not pay the ultimate price because you are worthless. I gave it all because you are priceless. And now, I offer you a king's proposal. These are the things I will give to you, if only you will agree to become my eternal bride. I promise to take from you the heavy burdens of life and clothe you with garments of praise. Once you become mine, I will never cast you out or abandon you. You will be an orphan no more. I will never leave you or forsake you. You will have a home with me forever. And I will heal your broken heart, and my anointing will break every yoke that binds you. Instead of ashes, you will wear a beautiful garment of my grace, and I will anoint your head with the oil of health and joy. I have so many plans for you, beloved, and all of them are good. I know that sin robbed you of your beauty, but my love will restore you completely. Yes, the old things will disappear, and I will make all things new for you. You will become as lovely as the moon in a procession of stars, a reflection of my love. All of your life I have been drawing you to me with cords of love. I spoke tenderly to you, calling you to come to me. Now I want to sing over you my songs of deliverance. Once you come to know how deep my love for you truly is, you will live with confidence. My love for you is perfect, and perfect love will cast out all of your fear. If you should ever lose faith in me, I will never lose faith in you. When you fail, I will be there to help you. When you fall, I will carry you. The smallest sparrow looks to me for help. Won't I care for you as well? You are worth so much more to me. Your mind will rest in perfect peace, free at last from doubt and confusion, and nothing will be able to pry you from my arms, because I will hide you in the shelter of my love. You will nestle safely beneath my wings. Those who try to harm you will answer to me, and no plan that they form against you will succeed, because I will give you the keys of my kingdom. You yourself will have the authority of my name to open and close every door before you, from east to the west, from the north to the south. Everything will be given into your hand. You can ask me anything, anything at all, and I will give it to you if it serves my ultimate will. Yes, go ahead and ask me, and I will even give you the nations as your inheritance. And you will rule over the powers of darkness, trampling them beneath your feet. Those who bless you, I will bless. But those who come against you shall surely fall. And I will write upon you a new name for all to see. You will be called the City of God, the New Jerusalem. Kings will come from the ends of the earth just to see your beauty. And they will bring their wealth to you from the far reaches of the earth. And there you will be, sitting upon my throne, and wearing the crown of my everlasting favor for all the world to see. Beloved, I have prepared a place for you in my Father's house. I want you to be where I am. We will walk together in the cool of the day, strolling arm in arm in the garden of God, in paradise restored. And you will eat from the tree of life that is there. Can you trust the promises I make to you, my love? I'm not a man that I should lie. I will watch over my word to perform it on your behalf. I will never change. I will always be the same. Yesterday, today, and forever. Oh, most beautiful one, my love, my dove, my beloved. If you will accept your king's proposal, all these great and precious promises will be yours. My bond is my word, and my covenant is sealed with my own blood, which was given to purchase you. I will love, honor, and cherish you all the days of your life. And I will be with you always, even to the end of the world. This is my proposal. What will you answer?
Injustice, this world could never last. Oh, somehow I know things have got to change.
Are you struggling with some kind of health condition? Is it arthritis, high blood pressure, Crohn's disease, constipation, AIDS, cancer? Whatever it is, we can show you how to get your natural defenses up so that your bodies will deal with your condition. Join us as our studio audience on reggae2reggae.com when we will teach you how to celebrate every moment of your life. Call us at 336-7350 for information. Limited space.
Since the first public demonstration of radio by Nikola Tesla in 1893, no one ever thought of putting the 2 hours of music together until we created
Reggae2reggae.com.
So keep it tuned to reggae2reggae.com and we'll have more for you. Keep it locked.
Oh my eyes. These words have been spoken by my master. They will come to pass. With all this injustice, this world could never last. Oh, somehow I know things have got to change.
Welcome back to Celebrate Life on reggae2reggae.com. And we are still in one of our retro vintage days. Hence my retro vintage hairstyle and sunshades. Welcome. And today my drink is my cleanser. This is my master cleanser. You know what I have in there today? A little sorry. But I have usual cane juice, lime juice, and cayenne pepper. And you know the poster, right? Switch it around. Wait. So we are looking at this. This is just so phenomenal. And you will eat from the tree of life that is there in this place that He has prepared for us. And we can trust the promises that He has made. He's not a man that He could lie. He will watch over His word to perform it on thy behalf. Wow, what a proposal. All right, so we're going to analyze this from the 4 rules of reggae to reggae today. And it's know where you're going. Where are we going? We are going to the place where we access and eat from the tree of life. Remember that this is a tree that we were not allowed to eat from our ancestors, because if we did eat from it and then have all this problem, then it would be just really bad. Because the tree of life, when we eat of that, we live forever in that state. And so having accessed the state yesterday of paradise restored, now we can walk in and eat the tree of life. And there's something I forgot to share with you yesterday that I have to share today, because it was such an important thing that I wrote it down, and I forgot to share it yesterday. So it has to do with the perfect life. The life of inner peace, being harmonious and without stress, is the easiest type of existence. And this is a quote from Norman Vincent Peale. But guess what? I'm going to back this up. No, top this with a quote from my favorite book. It says, "He will keep in perfect peace, whose mind is stayed on thee. So when our minds are stayed on him, when we are living in his presence, as we discussed yesterday, then he will keep us in perfect peace. So that is how we can always have perfect peace. Because it doesn't matter what happens, we just sort of pull back our attention to where he is, and he will keep in perfect peace once our mind is stayed on him. So here we go. So that's where we're going. We're going to the place of being able to eat of the tree of life, because we're in such a state that we are in a good state, and so we don't mind being in that state and staying in that state so that we can continue permanently. That's where we're going. Know your driver. And I'm here to tell you that most of this segment is going to be about knowing my driver. Here as you enter, it's going to be so small. It will just go like this. And then enjoy the ride. It's going to look at all the different paths to the enjoyment of this ride that you will have access to. So, knowing your driver, he says, can you trust the promises that I have made to you? I am not a man that I should lie. That's the driver we need to know. What promises has he made to you? I know the promises that he has made to me. Why? Because I always write them down as soon as I see one in there. I have so many promise books. I constantly read them over and over and over. Why? Because I want to be constantly aware of those promises. Because it's not just that they titillate me. I need to use them. I need to use those promises on a daily basis, because I face those challenges that we all face, right? And I have to utilize those promises. So here we have the promises that I like most are, he has given me everything I need for life and godliness. But you know, all of his promises are conditional. You know what's the condition for that promise? The condition is seek first. Seek first. Seek first the kingdom of God and his righteousness. That's where my focus needs to be. That's where I will be able to access the second half of the verse. It says, and all things will be added unto you. You know, that is a condition for he has given us all things for life and godliness. He has said, here it is. How do you get it? Seek it. And remember that program we did on Ask, where you have to verbalize it. I need this. Say it. Then you have to seek it. Search it out. How do you know the promises? How are you going to believe or not believe the promises he has made? You've got to search them out. And this is the book that has all the promises. And if we just decide that we are going to search out the answer for every challenge that we face, everything that faces us that we are not able to deal with at the present time, the answer is here. And we just have to, first of all, acknowledge where we are at. Yesterday we did a little tapping session where the first thing we did was acknowledge where we are. Where am I? You know, and even though I am in this place where I'm frustrated, I am stressed, I am whatever, I am going to love and accept myself How? Just the same way that my Creator unconditionally loves and accepts me all the time. And so immediately you remove yourself from the ambit where stress has control of you to the ambit where your spirit has control of you. The spirit that has been placed in me by my Creator. So, retro or no retro, I am here to tell you, I embrace those things and they work immediately, every time. It's that sort of a all thing, where it always works. You can trust the promises I have made to you. I am not a man that I should lie. And we need to understand that all human promises are subject to failure. Every single one. And sometimes it's not an intentional failure. How many of you have had dear friends that you have promised to do X or Y for? And when the time comes, you are not able to do it. You don't have the resources. Something else has come up. There's a time factor. There are all sorts of things that are pushing themselves in the way. And no, you're not able to fulfill your promise. Not because you don't want to, but not because you do not have the capability at that specific time to carry it out, to carry it through, to carry it where you need to carry it. So I just want you to understand the difference between the earthly promises and the promises from your Creator. They are always perfectly right. And so they're on target. He cannot lie. And it's not that he does not want to lie or he does not choose to lie. He cannot lie. Because his promises are yea, yes, yes, amen. So we already settled in heaven. Must happen. And when we recognize that, there is no scope, no space, no place to disbelieve or to doubt. And of course, there's not a place to be. Just go back to your previous experience with him and you will see where he has always kept his word. Always kept his word. And so, I used to write this verse in all of my Bibles, coming right up. And, after I got to about 12 Bibles, I decided to change my verse to some other favorites. But it was this: trust and obey, for there is no other way to be happy in Jesus but to trust and obey. And as I searched out different things for answers, and the answers never seemed to correlate to the emotions that I was feeling, I realized that I had to turn back to the front of the Bible and read that thing, trust and obey, even when it don't look like it can happen. For there's no other way, rationalizing it don't work. Deciding that it may not come to pass, doubting it, there is just no other way, no other way, right? And so we need to trust and obey. Trust and obey. Because if it says, cast your cares on me, because I care for you. One, you're trusting that he does care for you. But you have to obey the command that in order to be able to embrace that caring, then you have to cast the care on him. So, there's always two sides. When you look at free stuff, the side that we need to always embrace is the side of taking it. So, time for a break. And we'll be back to look at more of the nitty-gritty of how we access these promises. So come back.
Injustice, this world could never live.
Celebrate Life, where we will be looking at all the issues that you could possibly have and how you can transform them into a celebratory occasion. Celebrate Life on reggae2reggae.com. See you there.
On reggae2reggae.com, we encourage our listeners with an inclusive, intelligent, and innovative alternative media experience.
It's Dr. Sharon Chung from Celebrate Life. Stay tuned. You're on to RTRradio.tv.
So keep it tuned to reggae2reggae.com, and we'll have more for you. Keep it locked.
Injustice, this world could never last. Oh, somehow I know things have got to change.
Hi, we're back. And we're back in our third segment where we're looking at pay as you enter. But as I told you, this doesn't even need 1 minute. So I'm going to tell you a little bit more about knowing your driver. I just want to reiterate. Can you trust the promises that I have made to you? The issue of trust has to be built. You understand? If you have a relationship with somebody, then you cannot just decide that, oh, I'm going to trust you, and done. No. You have interactions, and through those interactions, you see whether this person is trustworthy. Every time they say something, they do it. You know, this is very, very important, especially in families where, you know, children say, Daddy, will you please bring this for me? Mommy, will you please do this for me? Daddy, make sure that you come to this, and so on. Those things are very, very important for building a culture of trust in our children, because if our children have a problem trusting us as parents, then they have difficulty trusting other authority figures as in God. And so if we do not make it a point of duty to see that we stay true to our promises, then the poor children will never learn to trust God. When God says he loves you, that would say, no, he doesn't love me, because, you know, how can I trust what he says? But, you know, don't take your father fat and fry God, right? What you need to do is come to the place where you decide that I am going to use each person's situation independently and individually. So you get to the place where you decide, okay, I am going to ask God for something. I am going to look for a word in the operations manual, and I am going to sit on it. And I'm not going to come off of it until I see a resolution, an answer. And if you recognize that his word is true, it is the same thing as him, then you won't have a difficulty doing that, because he says he watches over his word to perform it. He also says, and this is one of my favorite, that he goes around the whole world and he looks for those who are in a difficult situation so that he can come in, just intervene and show himself strong on our behalf. Another one that I love is the public one. That's the one in Zephaniah 3:17. It says, when I see my children obeying me, it just brings joy to my spirit. And you know what my spirit knows? It does a public over them. Yeah, man. It twirls and jumps around, and the joy is not a deep-seated, burning feeling in here. It is an action. It's an active word. So if you look at the original in the Hebrew, it's spelled K-U-U-L or K-H-U-L. We only have these alternate spellings, but it means to do a spin and a twirl and a flip over in sort of it's very close to halal, clamorously foolish, but that is just clamorously foolish. This one is a specific movement that we use when we are doing training persons in movement therapy and in dance, worship dance. So it is a fact. This is how it goes. So those are two of my favorites. Two of my many, many, many favorites. But understanding that his word is true is such a pivotal part of being able to successfully negotiate the journey that we are all on. Okay, so pay as you enter. Now, what I have here out of this whole segment as pay as you enter is this: can I? Will I? And what can I? What will I? He says, can you trust the promises that I have made to you? I am not a man that I should lie. I will watch over my word to perform it on your behalf. No, can I? He asked the question, can you trust the promises that I have made? Because for the last, 28 days, we have been looking at the promises out of this proposal, and that is phenomenal. Phenomenal. Can we trust the promises in this proposal? Can we? What evidence do we have from our past life, our past existence, our past experiences with him? What promises do we have that we can trust this? We all have experiences of the miraculous intervention, pardon me, of our Creator in our day-to-day situations. We can all relate to the mind you tell me, I had a feeling, and I was in a crisis, and I said, God, if you just get me out of this, I will do so and so and so. All been there. And who keeps their promise? He always keeps his promise, even when we don't keep our end of the bargain. Having gotten out of the situation, we say, well, next time, soon come, And that's not how he operates. And we're not going to compare ourselves with him. But we just want you to understand, as I understand, as we all understand, that he always keeps his word. So the issue is, can I? Yes, I can. Because I have past experience of how he has operated in relationship to me, in relationship to my family, in relationship to my situation. I mean, the myriads of things he has pulled me through, got me out of. I mean, I just can't fathom them, and neither can you. Been there, done that. Now the next question as a result of can I trust him is, will I trust him? Because that's where the rubber needs to roll. Am I going to do it? And again, this is totally up to each individual. Because guess what? We all have choice. We all have, nobody forces us to do anything. We can give our power to somebody else, but we need to always take back that power and make our decisions based on what is best for ourselves and therefore what is best for everybody else. Because that is one of the pivotal benchmarks, if you want to call it that, benchmarks of assessing whether you are in the middle of the will of your Creator, because he doesn't deal with you win, I lose. The only situation is you win, I lose is between me and the enemy. Enemy always lose, right? But when it comes with two human beings or two of his creation, not just human beings, it may be a choice between the earth and me. It may be a choice between the environment and me. It may be a choice between my company and me. And I'm here to tell you that if you are in his presence, if you are in his will, then the choice that he wants you to make is always a win-win situation. It is never a situation where, in order for me to get what I need, I have to damage the environment. That is a satanic choice. In order to develop this particular medicine, I have to kill another organ in their body. That is always a satanic choice. He says, my blessings come with no sorrow, no downside, no side effects. And so we have got to assess using his criteria. Yesterday we looked at knowing his ways. How do we decide what are his modus operandi? That's what we did in that session. And how do we know what he would do in a situation like this? He cannot contravene this one of his directives by doing something different. Cannot. They must all come into congruence, flow together. And if there is something that does not, we call it does not compute, stop. Stop, go back, research, listen, and make a decision based on his past, your past experience with him, and his word that does not contradict each other, and his principles, his ways. How does he operate? Remember, we spoke about the fact that he's never late, never early, and he never fails. He always does things right, and he is always doing everything for our benefit and for the benefit of the development of the kingdom of God. And so we need to understand the processes that we are being put through or allowed to go through in order to get to the place where we can access those promises and fully utilize them. A lot of times there are developmental issues. Let me just say dysfunctionalities in my process, my journey, that need to be brought to a place where I can fully utilize the gifts he has given me. And so don't discard the process before you have gotten there. Don't diss the journey. Don't diss the processes. By this, I mean disrespect. Embrace those processes that are meant to get you to that place where you can fully utilize. If you ever get something that force ripe before its proper time, if you eat a fruit that was picked prematurely and then they put carbide on top and wrap it up with something in order to force ripen, you know how horrible it tastes. I don't want to be no force ripe fruit, right? And so we got to move in his timing. Ready to take a break? In the next segment, we just flesh this all out. So come back.
This is the Uprising Roast Band, and I represent for reggae2reggae.com. Boom, shakalaka, boom, boom, boom. Sing, check out, I'm out. Trench down, you keep on rocking. Bang, bading, bidong, bang, bang, bidong. Trench down, you keep on rocking. Yeah, the Uprising Roast.
Nutritious food, succulent dishes, superior workmanship, and excellent service. Jamaica is on the go. Let's grow what we eat and eat what we grow. Let's harness the indomitable spirit of our most valued resource, our people. Let's support our local businesses. After all, buying Jamaican means building Jamaica.
Original.
Since the first public demonstration of radio by Nikola Tesla in 1893, no one ever thought of putting the 2 hours of music together until we created Reggae to Reggae.com.
So keep it tuned to reggae.com, and we'll have more for you. Keep it locked.
Injustice, this world could never last. Oh, somehow I know things have got to change.
Hi, we're back, and we're in our last segment of Celebrate Life on reggae2reggae.com. Today we're looking at the King's proposal. We have just about 4 or 3 days left. Wow! And we're looking at this fabulous topic, which is really how do we prepare ourselves to access the tree of life, to get to the place where we want to be eating of this tree. Because once we eat of this tree, we are going to be in that perpetual state. So we need to get into the right state where we are in the right orientation, the right direction of development, so that we can be the tree of life. And he says to me, can you trust these promises that I made to you? I am not a man that I should lie. Will I watch, or I will watch over my word to perform it on your behalf. And so we just looked at, can I trust his promises? And we all can say yes, because we have done it in the past. We have seen that he is trustworthy. And will I? Well, enjoying the ride has to do with whether you do make that decision or not. If you are not enjoying the ride, it means that you have not made that decision to trust him. Because trust and all the negative emotions do not go together. Trust and happiness go together. Remember what I said at the beginning. Trust and obey. For there's no other way to be happy in Jesus but to trust and obey. No, we're talking about enjoying the ride. That's the answer. Happiness is what we get from what happens. And joy is what we get from where we are at. Ha ha ha. So now here we have a situation where we are going to add the happiness to the joy. We are going to get happiness from the things we do. Our attitude towards everything that surrounds us. And then we're going to add the joy. That doesn't matter what happened. That is a deep-seated, cannot be removed joy. But we have to pull it up. We have to use it. And this is why it's important to stay in the process of refining, stay in the process of learning, stay in the process of development, so that you can get to the place where you know how to pull up that joy every time. And so that it becomes an almost automatic, spontaneous thing. Pull up the joy. Oh my goodness, there's a tragedy. Pull up the joy. Oh my goodness, there's a loss. Laugh. Pull up the joy. Right? And he says he will watch over his word to perform it on your behalf. So we're looking at permanent stability. The tree of life. Permanence. Trustworthy promises. I must trust and obey, and then the word will come to pass. So in enjoying the ride, we need to utilize this word. Every time we are faced with a situation that would want to kill, steal, and destroy our joy, or is an agent of removing our happiness. And remember, I am using happiness and joy differently. Happiness is the wonderful feeling, the wonderful emotion of exhilaration as a result of something happens. Oh, I love that, I enjoyed that, that was great. That's happiness. And I'm just using this as a my own nomenclature. That's the names that I use for this. Joy is a deep-seated confidence that God will always do what is best for us. That's also the definition for love. But it is that thing that bubbles up inside of you like a spring. You know what it is? It's also the word. Because every time I use an analogy, it is an analogy for something else. So we have to see the intermingling of all these components so that when you use the word, when you utilize love, when you are obedient, they're all the same thing, the same thing. And so it doesn't matter what approach you take to it, we need to understand that the answers are here. The modus operandi is there. The way to access these things are available. They are gifts. They are being pushed on us, as it were. And if we really decide that we want to embrace these things, it's ours for the asking. Can you? Will you? He says he will watch over his word to perform it on my behalf, on your behalf. What do you find in this word that you want him to watch over and perform on your behalf? And this brings me to my final and most important point. We've got to, I was about to say know the word, but it's not about knowing the word, it's about being in the word. You don't have to know it, so I can always look it up again. But study it. Because, I studied the word, went to Bible school and did all sorts of things. Was part of the navigators, part of the this, part of that group, any group that had to do with studying the word and memorizing. We used to carry these little cards, and then we used to carry this little book, and then I did that for, I don't know, maybe 30 years. I couldn't remember one word. Could not remember it. But guess what? It was going down into my spirit. And I was actually actualizing it in my actions. Even though I couldn't remember it, to regurgitate it. And that was when I went into to audio, the word in audio. And then it started when there were tapes. And I would buy these, 70 odd, 80 odd tapes in a big little box. Big little box. Anyway, a big box. Small box, but big for tapes, right? And it would have Genesis 1 to Genesis 30. And then Genesis 31 to... And so I would have to be putting it into the tape recorder back to back and listening to it. And then the next day I would get up and try and recite two of the things. I still only knew John 3:16 and 1 John 1:9. And then the rest I knew but did not know where it was from. And that went on for years until CDs came in. And then I bought a pack of CDs and I started to give away people's CDs. You buy one CD. And then that went. And then, again, every hour you have to get up or every 2 hours and change things. So during the night I would be getting up and putting on a new CD, Oh my goodness. Then it was MP3. It's wonderful. And now we have downloads. And by that time, there are a few verses that can be started that I can't finish. Because it has been a process of putting it in for maybe 30 years straight. Hundreds of times. when an MP3 takes you through the whole Genesis to Revelation under 4 days, under 4 days, right? And we just keep doing it over. Then it gets into your spirit, and that is the tenacity and the resolve that we need to have in order to maintain it. And you can't stop, you can't say, well, I know the world from the beginning to the end. No. Every day it has to be our daily food. We have to regard it above, more than our daily food. And then we will be able to enjoy the ride every day. Because every time a challenge faces you, oops, a word will flip up. Right? Something you read this morning, or something you read last week, or something you listened to yesterday or a month before, because it's all stored. And so remember, it's important for us, if we want to really embrace, enjoy the tree of life, and be at the place where we always have the solutions and the answer. This has to be our daily food, and you have to enjoy it, utilize it, and really have a wonderful time of happiness and joy as a result of applying it to every situation that faces you. All right. You see the dancer? Whoopsie, whoopsie. Amen. This is the abandoned dancer. And for a whole month, she had dry branches behind her. But today, she has foliage. And so, the desert has budded. And this is more than budded. It is into full growth. See the first shoot that came up, finke, and sort of colorless, but now it has bloomed and blossomed, and wow! And that is how we need to proceed. In the dry places, we abandon and surrender ourselves. And as the desert gives place to lush vegetation, we are able to embrace our joy by keeping in the Word. It doesn't matter what is in the environment. It doesn't matter what our situations are. We just have to keep in the Word. And it will be thumbs up all the way. So, as we come to the end of today, Shabbat Shalom, my favorite day. I'm telling you, it's my favorite day. It is the day when I just enjoy all of God's creation. I start off by closeting myself with Him and just reveling in the beauty of His presence. And then I get out of that physical place, but retain the spiritual situation, and I go out now to enjoy His people, to enjoy His creation, beach, whatever. Enjoy the rest of your Shabbat today, and it is Shabbat Shalom. Until tomorrow when it's the Lord's Day. See you tomorrow. Bye.
Oh my.
On reggae2reggae.com, we encourage our listeners with an inclusive, intelligent, and innovative alternative media experience.